This is the Impressions Xchange podcast.
Impressions Xchange podcast,
where all topics impacting the graphic imaging and printing industry are addressed via in-depth news coverage, analysis, and timely interviews.
Welcome to the Impressions Xchange podcast. In this episode, my colleague Carly O'Neill, Communications Coordinator, Public Relations at Printing United Alliance, speaks with Jordan Gorski, Executive Director of Idealliance, about what it means to be a G7 expert and why it's important to hold that certification in the printing industry. They discuss why color standards and innovations are necessary for our industry, the exciting live G7 certifications planned for Printing United Expo, which heads to Atlanta October 18th through the 20th, as well as the live in-person and virtual trainings, and they touch on the newly launched ColorPro newsletter.
Hi, Jordan. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Hey, Carly. Yeah, sure thing.
Awesome. So today I wanted to talk to you about basically what it means to be a certified G7 expert and why this is important in our industry. But before we get into that, can you provide me with a little background on your role as the Executive Director of Idealliance?
Sure. My role at Idealliance essentially is to, as part of Printing United Alliance, is to support the industry and our members. Idealliance has a unique history as a think tank of sorts and an industry association through its working groups like the Print Properties Committee, the GRACL Working Group, SWAP, SNAP, and other organizations over the years, has really been focused on developing and supporting standards across our industry. This has really put us at a unique position supporting standards and best practices to nurture growth and innovation across the industry as well. And then alongside that, with our work in standards and education, we're also the leading certification body for the industry. So we provide independent third-party certification programs for individuals, production facilities, and technology, spanning G7, color management, planning and estimating, digital workflow communications, and other standards like PQX and PRX. My role is pretty broad within Idealliance, though, and I wear a lot of other hats, but one of the newest ones is being the editor for the Printing United Alliance ColorPro newsletter, which you and I have launched together, which has been exciting. It's a great industry resources to stay up to date for everything in color and print quality. But the coolest part of my job, I think, is getting to work with some of the smartest folks in our industry, supporting the Print Properties Committee and as a member of CGATS and the ISO Technical Committee 130, working with industry experts who carry a similar passion to grow and optimize many different aspects of print production, especially color management and print quality.
Awesome. Thank you for that breakdown, Jordan. That was super helpful. Super excited to be on the ColorPro newsletter with you. And for our audience who hasn't subscribed, we will include that in the links below, so feel free to subscribe. So now that we know a little bit more about you, can you elaborate on what it means exactly for you to be a certified G7 expert?
Sure thing. Yeah, that's a good question. The G7 program is one of the most well-known programs in our industry when it comes to print and quality and optimal print output. Certification as an Idealliance G7 expert is a globally recognized designation. And G7 experts like myself and others are certified not only to implement, but manage leading G7-based print production and color management, as well as the name indicates to act as leading experts in these fields. Training that is included with G7 expert certification is the most extensive color management and print process control program in our industry, offering the latest specifications and standards, leveraging G7 for optimal print production, workflows, and color management. And not only do individuals involved with print production earn this certification, but G7 experts spanning brands, creatives, and the people who manage design aspects of print are also certified to work with those leading print supply chain members and print service providers to optimize their print and packaging for optimal brand consistency as well. We also certify individuals across the industry, leading technical solution providers from OEMs and other resources have G7 experts on staff so they can support their customers, print service providers, to use and optimize G7 throughout their solutions for increased uptime, profitability, and optimal efficiency. G7 experts are also licensed to perform G7 master qualification submission to work with print service providers to allow them to become G7 master printers. And this is one of the other highlights of the G7 program. So not only do we certify individuals within the industry, but also print production facilities so they can position themselves as leaders through our independent verification to serve their clients with the highest quality in print and color management. Both these programs are widely leveraged around the industry, and we have certification for G7 experts and G7 masters in more than 40 countries.
Wow. Thank you, Jordan. I love that you describe this as a collaborative process and basically supporting our printing industry and helping people become more knowledgeable about color. It's very important. So speaking of becoming G7 certified, would you like to talk about the in-person opportunity to become certified in Atlanta at the Expo?
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting G7 training that we have upcoming in Atlanta. It's really unlike anything we do all year. This industry training is going to be supported actually by 3 different OEMs as well. So we're going to have technology from those print service providers leveraged to demonstrate and give opportunities the ability to get hands-on and get down and dirty in print production and run these presses and these workflow solutions right there on the show floor during training. So Fujifilm, Ricoh, and EFI are supporting this training. So we're going to have digital toner-based presses, inkjet presses, and wide format presses available. So not only are we going to spend quite a bit of time in the classroom discussing G7 and its implementation, but we're actually going to be able to see it live happen in person. So having that support from the industry is really going to make us give an ideal opportunity for training for these individuals that are joining us in Atlanta.
Super exciting and a great way to take advantage of one of the many resources I feel like Expo has to offer. So for anyone who's possibly unable to attend the live G7 certification in Atlanta, is Idealliance offering any additional live training sessions?
Yeah, Idealliance offers frequent G7 trainings, at least monthly, either in-person format or live online. So all G7 training that we hold is live instructor-led, and that happens either in person, like we're doing next month in October, or live online, which we'll be holding in November and December. A full calendar is available at idealliance.org/G7 training or on printing.org under the events page. And we also then operate G7 trainings around the world through our international affiliates. So G7 training really does reach all corners of the globe, and we offer training in China, across Southeast Asia, Europe, Mexico, and Latin America as well. So these trainings not only happen on a frequent basis here in the US, but this is also a program leveraged and available in multiple languages all around the world.
For our listeners who aren't familiar, the Alliance offers educational courses through iLearning Plus, and all Alliance members receive 20% off all these courses and certifications. So Jordan, can you recommend some great starter courses for anyone looking to become a certified G7 expert?
Sure, the iLearning catalog is pretty extensive and it's really unmatched around the industry. So we've brought all the Idealliance training and certification into it. And with that, as well as the Intro to Graphic Communication courses, there's really a lot of opportunities for folks to get started and also take their learning to the next level. So the Idealliance Color Management Professional Series has really expanded and blossomed once it's become a part of the iLearning catalog. And we've actually just added close to 7 new courses. So Color Management Professional starts with a fundamental series, which we've updated as well recently. But we now take a deep dive into pre-press, offset printing, digital print, flexo, inkjet, and wide format, and allowing sales professionals to communicate the value of color to their clients as well. So with that as well is going to be coming a new CMP master course as well later this year. So hopefully we'll be able to launch that in the next couple months. So there's really a huge amount of color management available for folks to get their hands dirty in this on-demand format. But also with that, we offer online customer service courses and really the tools for folks to have the ability to communicate and operate within their roles around the industry as best as possible, utilizing all of the knowledge that's there at hand.
Awesome. Sounds like a lot of learning opportunities there. Thank you so much for elaborating on that. Is
Sure.
there anything else that you'd like to add today?
No, it was great talking to you today.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Jordan. I appreciate you taking the time.
Yep. See you in Atlanta.
See you there.
To subscribe to the ColorPro newsletter mentioned in today's episode, please head to the description. If you are interested in learning more about Idealliance and Printing United Alliance, as well as the benefits of becoming a member, I'll include links below, or visit printing.org/join. I want to give my thanks to Carly for hosting the show today and to Jordan for speaking with us. Finally, I want to thank all of you, our listeners. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Impressions Xchange podcast.